All right, I'm Chad Reynolds from The Rooster, here with Carl and Damien from Five Alarm Funk, the funkiest band on the planet. Thanks for joining me here at the feet of Chief Whitecap and John Lake. I appreciate it.
Big guys over here, big shoes to fill, big shoes to sit on.
I think we can do it.
Yeah.
And you guys, if anyone, because you're in the middle of playing 3 shows in 24 hours now. Is that what's happening?
That's the plan right now. Yeah, we had the show moved from Tuesday night to this morning because of the lousy weather. This city really dumped on us. Really, literally. It's a bummer.
Bummer. But it was very cool. I love weather, man. But I don't know, canceling a show is pretty shitty. What do, you know? But we'll do an extra one today just because of it. I guess I never even thought about it. It is 3 and 24 hours of what we're going to play. I never even thought that. Because yesterday the show was so early. And then tonight, tonight's going to be sweaty. Tonight's going to be sweaty.
Well, we're talking about the stage now, so let's get into that. You guys have not only incredible funk and musicianship, but it's also kind of a theatric performance. Do you guys think about that when you're on stage, or is it just in the moment? Do you have characters that you get into?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the idea is like a little bit like we all work at a male strip club together. And
is that true?
Well, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So it's just like, it's, you know, it's big fish, little fish in there. And if you don't dance for your money, you don't get any money, and then you go hungry. I don't want to go hungry, so I dance hard.
You notice how skinny he is, though. He doesn't really get much, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get the character going on, right? This is the one. This is one right here. I mean, like, I don't normally walk around the world like this, but on this time of Five Alarm Funk, is the only way. It has to be. By the way, in the band, my name is Grain Reynolds.
Grain Reynolds.
And I was wondering
nice.
if we were related.
Well,
because Chad, as soon as I saw your name, Chad Reynolds, I'm like, is he a distant cousin from another time or something?
Funk cousins.
Funk cousins.
I think we're funk cousins. Yeah. So is it different every time that you guys play, or is everything's rehearsed? You know which dance moves you're gonna go into. You know what's gonna happen. I'm assuming you're gonna say it's different. It'd be hard to mimic that every time, but.
Well, you know what? Honestly, like, a lot of the things are, I mean, all the stuff we do is like pretty through arranged, and it is aside from improvisation parts, which are opened up for individual instruments to improvise. Those will be different, but the tunes are usually pretty. We try to click them off as like tight as we can, and that's part of the Five Alarm Funk's thing. It's not I mean, we're not like a jam band or anything. This is like orchestrated, highly arranged, and intricate kind of music that we're trying to also jump around like maniacs to show you what a good time you can have playing this kind of music and like listening to that kind of music. So yeah, a lot of this shit is choreographed, but it gets in there when someone does something cool, and it's like, all right, that's cool, we'll keep that. And that's kind of how we write too. It's like, that's cool, we'll keep that. We trim the fat, we get rid of the shit that doesn't work. But like, if it does work, if Carl like does this wicked jump spin round the back right on one thing, then it's got to be cool. It's got to stay, you know what I mean?
Nice.
I mean, what do you think?
I've been feeling more like a predator on stage, like stalking prey. And I look out in the crowd, and it's like I'm trying to get you, you know? So whatever gets them, I'm gonna keep doing that.
Yeah.
I felt like you got me last night.
Nice.
Yeah, I felt preyed on by you, Carl. It was beautiful and awkward at the same time.
Carl doing his job.
That's right.
I like it. Yeah.
So you guys are all based out of Vancouver. I know you've recorded on a bunch of other albums. You're from the horn section, correct?
Yeah.
How did the whole band come together, and how do you guys survive on the road with that many people? That's why you're starving, isn't it?
Well, we're starving by choice. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're artists, right?
Yeah.
Artists. But yeah, we all answered this advertisement in a local newspaper that said members wanted for funk band. And so we all showed up at this
what did it say?
indistinct warehouse. It just wanted enthusiastic young men to meet up and make mind-bending funk. So we all showed up, but we never met who placed the ad. Like, that was never discovered, but we found each other. And that's just how it started.
Divine intervention. So the person who wrote the ad, you never know. He's not even in the band.
Well, maybe.
Maybe he is.
No one's ever taken credit.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good way to start.
Yeah, and it was like it was like under an underpass or an overpass, wasn't it? That we had to meet or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But we all found it all happened.
That's a better origin story than I ever could have anticipated.
It was interesting because it said like step 1, be awesome. Step 2, join band.
Yeah.
Step 3, choose instrument.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like none of us had. I was a civil engineer. I mean, I was making bridges. I was building bridges, and that was a good life. It was a solid life. Had a wife, had a family.
Yeah. I was in the army. I had to quit the army. I met these guys. I resigned. I was a lieutenant commander in the Navy, and I'm out of there.
Happier?
Yeah, it's the most beautiful life.
I like that. That's good. So what's you guys' favorite way to play? Do you like these outdoor stages in the daytime, or do you like dark, sweaty rooms at the end of the night?
As long as I can get really sweaty, I don't really care where it is. And whichever one has the most people at it, that's the one I want to play at. Because more people is more sweat. More sweat is more like sex.
More funk. I had a teacher tell me once that what the funk actually was, like what funk is like when you get a room full of people and like the band is getting down really hard and everybody's just like giving it like hard and everybody's just dancing themselves, sweating crazy, and then there's like this thing that appears in the air that's just kind of foggy and funky and it stinks a little bit and it smells like groovy and sex and shit like that. That's the funk.
Yeah,
That's
you used to be able to smoke cigarettes back then too, right?
Yeah.
So that would have made it more funk.
More funky, yeah.
So the world is a little bit less funky than it used to be?
That up there is the funk.
Yeah, the world is definitely less funky since they made us stop smoking in the nightclubs.
But you guys are trying to change that. Good.
I don't want to.
Smoking is disgusting.
No, change how funky the world is. You guys are. It was really funky. Cigarette smoke help. Now we don't have cigarette smoke anymore, so you guys have to turn up the funk even more.
I don't think that we're a funk band. I think that we're like a heavy metal band.
I get that.
Or maybe
I just wanted
something. It's because we just play so much rock. We just play so much hard. It's like we call it the gnar. Like we want people to just headbanging and shit. Like what kind of music has headbanging? It's not usually funk. You know, it's usually thrash or something. I don't know. Like, what kind of band are we? I don't know.
We're a classic heavy metal band. We play sex rock.
Sex rock. You heard it here first.
Sounds good too, man.
Close out for the interview. Some advice for young musicians. What do you guys say?
Be good.
Practice at least twice a week.
Don't suck. If you want to be a musician, be a good one.
There we are. I appreciate it, guys. 5 Alarm Funk, everyone. Thanks for coming out.